Hey, what's up? It's me. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. It's your nosy neighbor lady show. And I hope you're doing good and staying beautiful and wonderfully you and figuring it out while we all trying to figure it out. Don't feel bad. You're not alone. We in this together, okay? So, there's a dynamic going on where TikTok, you know how people create a stitch and the TikToker was like, what is with all this abuse against black women and shame against black women or something of the sort. You all's probably seen it. Probably before me. But black women are sharing their stories about how their brothers are abusing them or beating them up or pulling guns out on them. And we always see online how, black women are losing their lives because of domestic violence, intimate partner relationships. It's the second killer of black women, or usually their spouses or somebody they've been intimate with in the past, or living in each other's house, we doing whatever, and then, oh wow, now somebody's on the news. Okay, we already know about that dynamic every 4 point. Girl, we really don't talk about it on this show a lot, but I did want to hit this brother sister violence or brother sister fighting dynamic. And I remember I knew a girl when I was younger, and her brother used to fight her a lot. And later it came out that her brother was actually raping her. It came out later, over years and over time. You don't know these things are going on in homes until, time pass and somebody tells somebody and then it just get out. You know what I mean? But over here we know that Blackistan is a horrible, dangerous place for black women, and we can act like it's the funnest, best place in the world, but that's not true based on our experiences. And I thought about something the other day when we were talking, and I said I was a good in my 30s. We had did a Thanksgiving or Christmas or something at my house, and my brother put me in a headlock. And it really blew my mind because my other brother was laughing. And even when I asked my brother who was laughing, I say, you think I was playing? Do we ever play like that? When do we ever put hands on each other? Yeah, we go back and forth calling each other ugly and joning on each other, roasting each other. Yeah, but have we ever, we ain't never put hands on each other. What is this? What is this? And this was probably 19 or 18, probably 19, because I had started doing Christmas and Thanksgiving for my family. But it's just like, I don't think black women realize. Matter of fact, you know what case I thought about? We did a case, and a lady name was Amaya Stanley, and her brother shot her many times. We did a case. I'm gonna attach the video, and then it made me think about the girl who got stabbed up by her brother about toilet paper. If y'all remember that. I think Miss DZ and the girls, they shared that story. And then it was another story where I remember that a black woman had let her brother live with her and her husband. And the brother killed the whole family. And then I'm like, this got to be a dynamic, because I've experienced it, and then we keep seeing it where brothers are really hating their black sisters. And we like to think that, black men just hate black women in a sense of relationship or dating or mating or, preferences and marrying, not marrying. This hatred goes deeper than that, because the one girl on the one video was like, yeah, my brother put a gun on me. I called police. My mom told me to tell the police nothing happened. And with that dynamic also, when talking to younger black girls, when I'm on this platform and talking to y'all on Instagram and Twitter, I find that black women aren't moving out at the rates they were in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. You know how you hear black women be like, I left the house when I was 15, or I left when I was 18. But it's just like, you don't see black women of this new generation moving out of their mother's house. And we know that men have always lived with their moms for a long time. We know that men do get coddled in our community. We know they get a pass. I can't say my mama treated my brothers differently when I was young I kind of noticed some things when I got older, but when I was younger, I kind of always been the scapegoat in the family. Everything was always my fault, even when it wasn't. So I just kind of took that role in life, and that dynamic in my family. But for one, I hate to sound like I don't know if I sound like a terrible bitch or not, but I think a lot of black women kind of need to move out their mom's houses, and not saying yeah, I think that's just a state of womanhood to me. I think too much estrogen in the house sometime when a woman is getting older and you don't like your mama rules and you feel like your mom not treating you fair, you should move out. But then also with the dynamic is that part of Blackistan programming that I think that grown women shouldn't live with their mom. Maybe grown women should live with their moms according to some people. I don't know. But I do know that if you living with your mama and that nigga, your brother, living with your mama, you taking from him. I know that. You're taking the attention from him, whether he's grown or not. You're taking money out and food out his mouth and whatever he got going on. Y'all don't realize that you putting yourself in harm's way because you taking that nigga breathing space in his mama house. Now, what is the mama and son relationship like? Yes, very toxic. I even remember, like I say, as I got older, my mom would say stuff to me when really she would be mad at them. I kind of thought it was because I was the oldest child too. She'd want to go off on them, but don't go off on them. But she going off on me every time she get for only God knows what, whether I did something or not. And then a lot of times she was going off on me because she was mad at them. But I always been a punching bag of sorts. So same shit, different day. I was used to the dynamic. That's why now I can walk away and feel okay with walking away from my family. But it's just like, if black women are going through these toxic relationships with their mothers and their adults, they need to go. Now, I did see another video where a young girl was her mom, she was telling the mom that her boyfriend hit on her or tried to like her or made her feel uncomfortable in a sexual way. And her mom was like, stop all that lying. And I'm not saying, oh, your mama shouldn't take care of you till you're 18. I don't know how old that young girl was. It was very crushing to my spirit to see something like that. Because I would like to, well, I know my mama didn't have me in around enough. My mama didn't play all this shit. My mama didn't. We didn't live in no dynamic like that. But it's still like, I think a lot of black women don't realize that a lot of black women get out here and make it on their own. Especially when y'all young and can work. And I know inflation is high and this is high and that is high. But when you 18, everything is high. Or when you 21, everything's still gonna be high. But I could not see a life just living with my mom. Like, when my daughter was young, I lived with my mom till I got my first place. And my daughter was probably about 14 months or something. But after that, I never lived with my mom. We waited on this apartment for 24 days. I thought I was dying. But I had to live with her. The bitch was having a stroke, a heart attack, and a motherfucking brain aneurysm. But I hate to say it, but what they used to say, girl, you in danger, girl. I think that black women think, younger black women have a sense of entitlement. Some of them don't have that get out and go get it spirit. I find that is in black women who are older or black women from the 80s and the 70s. I don't think they got that in them. Because I talk to a lot of young black girls and they want to talk to me about their moms and what their moms is doing. And it's like, for one, I'm not in the blame black baby mama club. But then for two, I'm not finna talk against nobody mama. Because girl, you can't come live with me. But then three, it's just like, when do younger black women get out on their own and get it? And I'm not blaming them for what happened with their brothers. But that's with any dynamic. If you're in a relationship living with a man, if it ain't going right, you move and go find another man to go live with. Or you move to go find your own place. It's too much, it's too many jobs out here to not be able to go figure out how to go get you a little hole in the wall apartment. It's too many men out here where you can't just find no man to live with. Even when I was young, yes, the first times I moved out, I was living with men. Yes, I'm not going to act like I just, but shit, after that, I got my own shit. My money was tight. It was very fucking tight. But shit, I wanted to live on my own and fuck in my own house and be in my own house. And I'm not shaming these women or saying it's their fault. But if this is a dynamic, an unhealthy dynamic and an unhealthy living situation, another way black women escape too is not being funny. They go off to college. Go live on campus. Go live in a dorm. Convince your mama to get the loans. Go live on campus. Go get some scholarships. Go get a roommate. Because you can do, oh, it's not fair that she take care of my brother. And oh, it's not right. And we can do it's not fair. But some about black women think just because stuff not fair that it's going to change. Just because shit ain't fair, that don't mean the shit not going to change. That don't mean it's going to change overnight because it's not fair. And it's just like I just see black women kind of feeling entitled to things that it's still her house, her rules. Whether she favor him over you or not, whether it's right or wrong, you could be dead tomorrow, fucking around with the fuck around with these brothers. My brothers have been good to me in various different ways, but are we hanging out? Are we kicking it? No, I don't trust them like I don't trust nobody in my family. Don't trust them either. And if anything happened, I still trust my mama the most. And I can't even trust her. So I don't know what people's agenda is in my family, but I know if you in a home that's not your home and you don't feel welcome and your mom is making it hell, or you don't feel protected and you know you're not protected, why wouldn't you go out and find a place? And even the one girl looked like she had a twin sister in the background. So if them two girls go find a place together, I don't know if they living together or not, but 2 incomes better than 1. Why wouldn't they go find a place? And like I said, I'm not blaming black women, but I do feel like as a woman, when do you come into your womanhood like, hey, I need to get out and get it and get something? Even on YouTube and on Twitter, I see all these women in their room like, I'm not speaking to nobody in my house today, and I'm not, and they teed my food in the kitchen. That's called move out. That's called move out, go get your own place. That's what that's called. That's called if you don't want nobody to eat your food in your refrigerator, go buy a place with a refrigerator and everything in it is yours. But that's why the black woman space, and we talk about this and we talk about that, but some of the shit just like, why wouldn't they tell y'all to move out and try to get you a place, or how to get you some housing, or public housing list or something? But you know, I just find a lot of these young women don't want responsibility. They don't want to move out, and they want to live with their moms forever. Usually that was a black male dynamic where a man lived with his mama for the rest of his fucking life. That's a black male dynamic. But you know, I do believe there's a lot of black women who are nigga adjacent. They're calling these women nigga bitches. We curse on this show. This show 18 and older. I could resist. I'm sorry. But really, as you are growing and as a woman and you getting into your 20s and you study living with your mama, I'm just wondering, if you know your mama this and that and the other, why keep staying there? Why keep living with her? Why keep using her air and food? And are y'all paying y'all mama's rent? Some people like, I had to pay my mama rent, but my brother don't. Well, it's Blackistan, honey. What do you want to do? It's Blackistan. Nobody can fix Blackistan. Only people think they can fix Blackistan is black women. Nobody can fix Blackistan. I'm not saying these women are right. Of course they're not. But, you know, when you got grown kids living on you, eating off of you, and telling you what the fuck they gonna do and not gonna do, that'll make any mother upset and mad. And do they take the shit off the black males? Yeah, probably so. We already know they have unhealthy relationships with their son and toxic ass relationships with their son. Let them be toxic together and go live a life and go find a life and go find you a place to stay and live. For me, as a ghettoologist, hoodologist, trapologist, it's just real advice or real common sense to me. If a motherfucker pull a gun out on me and my brother pull a gun out on me and I'm still living there and ain't no guns being pulled, I come from a time when people used to say, if you pull a gun out, you better use it. That's where I come from. That's the type of hood I was raised in. That's what type of jargon or understanding I know about Blackistan. And you think I could still live in a house with a nigga that pulled the gun on me? and somebody not go to jail, somebody not get fucked up, or somebody not get stabbed in their sleep. But I guess that's the new generation of black women where they about their life, where they argue and fight with black women, but they really not about their life. They computer warriors and computer gangsters. Ain't no motherfucker gonna pull no gun out on me and we still gonna be under the same roof. So I don't know what the fuck that look like. I don't care who the fuck it is. Something finna go down somewhere. You best to believe that. But I don't know shit about it. Thank the Lord I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. But I'm telling me I wouldn't be living there. But anyhow, I don't know what to say about some of this fucked up ass shit in Blackistan. My mama get on my nerves, but I love her to death. And I'm glad I wasn't exposed to some of this bullshit y'all be talking about. Because, baby, no wonder y'all upside down, inside out, and screwed up. The moral of the lesson of the day is get away from these black sons, get away from these black brothers. Go fucking get a place and stop. When it's people's house, it's their rules. Whether you like what I do over here or not, this my shit. Whether you like how I roll or not, I pay these motherfucking bills. And when you motherfucking decide that y'all want to go against y'all mama in her house though, like, not saying these women are right. I keep saying that because, you know, black women want to act like shit ain't is what it is. When you get your own shit, you can make your own rules. When you get your own house, you can make your own rules. If you don't like what your mama got going, get the fuck out. And is that coming out of black mother mouth? And y'all can say I'm mean, I'm toxic, I'm this, I'm terrible human being. I don't live with my damn mama. Shit, I know the fuck that. But I don't see how too many young, beautiful black women can't find no man who want to be with them and love on them and take care of them. I just can't see that. But maybe it's a new world. I'm not young, so I don't know what's going on out here. But I do know that we had to do this video. And I'll attach the cards if y'all want to check out the cards. But them toxic ass relationships, just because the internet here don't mean you gonna change how a motherfucker act or a motherfucker feel. Just because we out here talking about the shit, that don't change shit. Just being for real. Yeah, you find groups and pockets of black women talking about this or talking about that. That don't make Blackistan change. That don't make the world give a fuck. That don't make bad shit stop happening to black women just because we talking about it. We just talking. Yeah, other black women are becoming aware, and half of them don't give a damn. So then we got that dynamic. Half of them say the shit not true. Half of them say the shit not real. So we got that dynamic going on too. So it don't matter how much a motherfucker say this is happening to black women, that's happening to black women. If black women don't gather together and agree that this is happening, it don't fucking matter. It's just some shit people saying. So stay beautiful, innovative, and creative, and I'll see you later, and we'll do it again on 99 Trend. And I hope you like this video, but if you don't, it's cool. But I had to do it in my way, and I'll see you.